Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back or to the channel. So today we're going to do something pretty simple. We're going to be doing a little bit of organization in my garage. Now if you haven't watched any of my other videos, you would know that on this side of the garage over here, I am working on building a custom golf simulator. So that is going to be a work in progress. So that means that my car here has to shift over to the left a little bit more. So I'm trying to figure out how to gain more space. I am also working on doing some projects in the basement, and I'm trying to get some things out of my basement, such as everybody's bicycles. Now the problem is there's really no other place to put them. If I'm not going to put them in the basement and I don't really have the space for them in the garage, I have to make space. So that's what we're doing today. So if you see over here, up over top over here is where we're going to be hanging the bikes. Now as you can see here, I have a set of stairs that goes down to my basement. Now, I'd say from about the halfway point, about here, I have plenty of headroom to get under there. Eventually, I'm going to build a shelf right across here by just probably putting a 2x4 along the wall there and putting some planks across to here and putting a bottom plank here to hold everything in place. But right here is where I'm going to be hanging the bikes. And to do that, we're going to be installing these. So these are the Koova 3-bike wall mount storage rack. Now I bought 2 of these, which will allow up to 6 bicycles, but all I have is 5, so I figure this is going to work perfectly fine. So technically, all you got to do is mount the main bracket on the wall, and then these just kind of lock into place. So it shouldn't be that hard. I'm just going to have to use my ladder, get up here, find a few studs, and then we're going to go ahead, mark our studs, and then we're going to line up our bracket systems there, make sure they're level, bolt them into the wall, and then we're going to try to hang the bikes there. But before we do that, let's take a look at what they look like. So it's a pretty simple design. Okay. Okay, here's your main bracket right here. This is what you're going to be mounting to the wall. It does come with all the necessary hardware that you need to bolt it to the wall. And then it does come with a couple brackets here. These are like accessory brackets, so if you want to hang like a helmet on here as well, you can. These little brackets go like right in the middle. But I really don't think I'll be using those. Primarily, I'll be using these. So assuming this was hanging on the wall like that, these hang off like that on an angle. And the reason they do that is to help with the bike mounting so that it's easier on the rim. And it does have a rubber coated end here so it's not going to damage or scratch your rims. So the theory is we're just going to be using gravity, which you're going to just hang your rim right on this hook. And the bikes are just going to hang down up against the wall. So let me get working on that and then we're going to see how this turns out. Okay, so I got the first one on. So I measured mine right about 10 inches down from the ceiling. So I did have mine about 20 inches from the wall. It's right about 18 and a half right now because I had to slide the bracket over so I could line up my studs. So I was able to hit a stud here, 16 inches I was able to hit a stud here. They only require 2 bolts, and then I threw a lag bolt in the middle for extra support. So all I have to do now, line up the second one, and then we should be good to go. So let me get that going and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got one bracket mounted and we're gonna work on the second one. Now all you have to do is put the bolts through the front and put your little back plate on. You want that funky groove on the back to be facing the wall. So you do that on both sides, and then all you have to do is set it in place. But you want those brackets to be horizontal, side to side. Stick it in there, and then as you're screwing the bolt in, that back plate turns and locks itself up against the top and the bottom, holding that bracket in place, and then you continue screwing until it's on. So I already got the first one on. Second one's ready. I'm gonna put that on. We're gonna put the third one on. That bracket will be done, and then we're gonna move to the next, and then we'll be done. So then once I'm done with this, then I'll start putting on the second 3-tier bracket, lining them up side to side, and then we should be good to go. So let me finish these brackets and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the first bracket on. I just have to be careful balancing here because it's a far drop. But we got the first bracket on. This is basically what you're gonna do. Just like that. So when you hang your bikes with the front tire, you're just gonna grab it on there and get it off. You're just gonna slide it off. And then it can work over here. Just like that. There you go. So again, I got good clearance from the ceiling by doing that 10 inches from the ceiling. Now I could probably have taken it a little higher, but because I'm so high off the ground here, and this is really just a dead area of the garage that's not usable, this is perfectly fine. It allows some flexibility here. So again, the whole point of this is to store the bikes. Now again, when it's summer and the kids are riding their bikes on a daily basis, then not that big of a deal, but this is more for a storage purpose. So again, but once I get a floor put right here, again, just a shelf, probably about maybe 6 foot from this wall to here, and just put some planks here. This will be some storage here, but again, the bikes are just gonna hang up against this wall out of the way. That way they're not bothering anybody and they're not in the way. So let me go ahead, do the next set of bikes here, and we'll be done. So, okay, so we finally got the brackets done. We finally got the bikes mounted. Let's take a closer look. There you go. So again, I have 2 of the brackets, which will hold 6 bikes. Now, I did not use the 6th bracket because I did not need it. But I would say if you're gonna do 6 bikes, you're gonna wanna rotate them handlebar up, handlebar down, handlebar up, handlebar down, handlebar up, and so forth. Because I only had 5 bikes, as you can see, most of them except for one were the handlebars down. But you could probably fit 4 bikes with all the handlebars up. But again, you're just gonna have to play with it. But that's what it looks like. Now again, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt trying to balance myself in the wall to put them up there. But like I said before, I'm gonna be building a wall right here, about 6 feet from that wall here coming forward, so that I still have enough headroom to clear as I'm walking down the steps, but it'll be a nice shelf. That way I could just use a step stool here, step up on the shelf, get the bikes down, put them up a lot easier. So that'll be the next thing I'm doing. As you can see, I already have the wood here. I'm just gonna take this 2x4, mount it against this wall, put some planks across the wall, and I should be good to go. But there it is. That is the Koova mountain bike rack system. Now each rack will hold 3 bikes. But again, I bought 2 brackets so that I could hold up to 6 bikes. And I mounted them up there out of the way. So again, each bracket is gonna come with 2 lag bolts. You're gonna wanna make sure the lag bolts hit a stud. That way you have proper support. Then I would always say, go add a couple more bolts with some type of drywall expansion bracket behind it. Whatever you gotta do, throw a couple more up in there just for extra precaution. Then, when you put your brackets on, remember when you put these little things on here behind, I would probably recommend, once you get everything figured out, before you do the final tighten, just go ahead and throw a little blue Loctite on these threads, okay? So that once they're actually mounted up there nice and tight, they're not gonna accidentally come loose. So that's all I would recommend. But so far, I'm very, very happy. They seem very sturdy. I don't see any issues with them. So again, they look great. They're out of the way. They're nice and organized up there on the wall. And again, they're nice and straight, nice and level. Again, I'll put a shelf plank right here later to make getting them up and down a lot easier. But so far, step 1 is done. I'm really happy with it. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's how simple and easy it is to mount these Koova mountain bike brackets on the wall. Again, super simple and easy. If you only have 1 or 2 or even 3 bikes, all you need is 1 bracket. If you have more than that, maybe 4 or 5 or even 6 bikes, you're gonna need 2 brackets and so forth. Because again, each bracket only holds up to 3 bikes. So again, super easy installation. I bought these off Amazon. I will put the link in the description in case you want to check them out for yourself. But again, when I researched them, they got a lot of good reviews. The price was pretty affordable. I grabbed 2 of them. I got them mounted. Bikes are up on the wall, out of the way. I'm happy. Thumbs up. So again, I hope this video helps some of you out if you're looking for a way to store your bikes, whether it be in your garage or somewhere else in your house. These are going to make your life a lot easier. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section of this video and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. And it just keeps encouraging me to put more videos out here for all of you. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I truly appreciate you all. Thank you. And as always, see you in the next video.